All right, everybody, welcome into the Pillow Talk edition of what are two streams that I do each and every day here on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. This is the Pugs and Parker proudly present Pillow Talk on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. I'm going to get my blanket out. It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly here in North Texas. First things first, dear Ed Silla, if you are watching, and I hope you are, notice I fixed the microphone with the new heavy dude. This is just for him. This isn't for anybody else but Ed. I fixed the microphone. This was looking really bad and it was driving him nuts. All right, let's bring in James Parker. James Parker's here.
Oh, did you get those new spiderweb thingies?
I did, yeah. See? Look at them.
You know, I offered you some like a month ago or whatever ago, and you're like, no, I'm fine. Because it was driving me nuts too.
No, in Ed's room here in the west wing of the One Percenter compound, I believe you spent the night in the west wing. In the west wing room that Ed uses.
Oh yeah,
Tuesday.
A couple times, yeah.
He had a whole bunch of these, but I don't know. He sent me heavy duty ones, so
I got, dude. They're much better. These thicker, flatter ones. That's what I have.
Is that what you got? Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was buying replacements for my old ones, I saw this right next to them, and I bought them both in case they sucked. I could just go back to the ones I knew. Hadn't gone back.
Yeah, I like these.
And I've had these have lasted for 3 years, and that is a record for microphone spiderwebs.
The other one snapped pretty quickly. Hey, let me ask you, how do you feel about the billing of tonight's show? Are you comfortable with it? Because I serve to make you comfortable.
The immensely talented, that makes up for it. I think we've reached a good compromise here.
Starring the immensely talented. It's not just the immensely talented. It is starring the immensely talented.
I think we worked it out.
I put that out on the Facebooks and on the Twitters and all that kind of stuff. And I think I don't know if that's too confusing for people. Like they'll be like, "Well, wait a second, is it Pugs and Kelly or is it James Parker doing remembrances?" Like what? I don't know. I'm not really worried about it because look who's on camera today. Oh, that, huh?
I bought what Ed told me to buy. So
what's that?
He didn't say anything about a spider web of any kind. I just bought what he told me to buy.
Did he say anything about makeup? Is it expensive in Corpus? Oh, okay.
What?
It is about the time for me to be taking off my makeup.
You don't do that. What the hell is that?
Actually, this is coming from a place of extreme jealousy because she looks exactly the freaking same, and we look like Santa Claus. Baby, you see all this gray in my beard? You see this? You don't have any of that.
I was actually thinking that she had glasses. You were wearing glasses.
Yeah, I have to.
When you were testing.
I can't see anything. Like you're in a weird place where I can't really see you well with the glasses on, and I can't see you well with the glasses off.
Yeah, well,
the medium distance.
Wear your glasses because my first thought is I said, "Oh, you look good." I was expecting I don't know what I was expecting because we haven't seen each other in so long, and I mean, look at my beard is all gray. It's all awful. And James still looks like a handsome Frankenstein. He's still got the square head.
Yeah, like if Frankenstein had a handsome older brother.
The block thing going on. All right. So let's just do this. Should we get started the way we normally get started with a monologue, and then we'll just move on from there, James? How do you feel about
I don't know. Why don't you ask your co-host, see if it's okay with her?
Oh, my God.
Whatever you want to do. We could talk about how I had to call the cops twice yesterday, but that's okay.
Yeah, let's do that instead of James's monologue since he's being a bitch about it. Let's just completely forget his monologue.
No, I could do it briefly. Okay. Declan had one of the first time.
Quinn, who's Quinn? We don't know Quinn. We don't know from Quinn.
Declan's 25. He's a high school teacher and coach.
Okay.
At the same school my younger kids attend.
Okay. So who are your younger kids? Have you even talked about them? I don't know who your younger kids are.
Quinn is 10. Lachlan is 7.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
Wow.
They're both annoying.
So I haven't seen you in well over 10 years because I didn't know you when you were pregnant.
You're not missing anything.
Hey, I made a Quinn too.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. I don't want to know about it though.
Okay, well, her name's Quinn.
Oh, you got a girl.
Quinn was IVF, so that's not. You know, I don't have a romantic story leading up to, and that's the night you were conceived. That doesn't exist. But Declan lives in an apartment by himself, and his garage had been broken, so it was slightly ajar. And he had told his apartment complex, "Hey, you need to fix this." Okay. You know, apartment complexes love to get right in there.
Oh, yeah.
Tack the problem right off.
Oh, yeah.
Snappy, yeah.
So they didn't. And Jeff, my husband, gets an alert on his phone. He goes, "Hey, I got an alert. Declan's account's been hacked." And I said, "Well, from who sent you the alert?" He's like, "Well, you know, a fraud alert." "Well, how'd they know it was Declan's and why'd they send it to you?" "Because I know it's Declan's." I'm like, "Does it say his name on it?" "Well, no, but I know it says." "Oh, okay."
Wait,
well,
who are you talking to? Who is telling you this?
Jeff, my husband.
Okay. All right.
But I'm like, "Well, what was the charge for?" And he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, how do you know it's what happens with, and I don't know if it's just Jeff or if it's just you guys in general, but there seem to be a lot of missing pieces to stories that really would help if I knew all of it coming in." So now I'm like, "Let me see your phone." Because I called Declan and Declan's like, "No, I went to the grocery store yesterday." I'm like, "Okay, did you spend $187? And he goes, "Yeah." "No." Yeah, because you're one person living on your own. Like, I'm not going to judge if you want to buy like your entire team Fritos or whatever. Okay, it's your money. So he calls, and sure enough, he goes then down to his car, and his car had been broken into, windows smashed, stolen the wallet. So now he doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have his debit card. He doesn't have his voter's registration card. And I'm like, oh God. And then I'm like, well, if you need to borrow money, we have cash, because he's got to get his window fixed. Because although it would fit in Flower Bluff, in Corpus Christi, for him to be driving around with painter's tape and a
Trash
garbage
bag.
bag over a window,
Sure. It's all
not
what
what we're
kids
going
do.
for. So he comes over and he borrows money, and Jeff, my husband, likes to say the same thing kind of over and over and over again. And I knew what it was going to be. What do you think it's going to be?
Told you so.
"Why do you keep your wallet in your car?"
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew that was coming. And that's why he initially, I'm sure, because he's like, no, I'm not going to need to borrow money. But then he's like, I got to pay this glass guy. So
hold on. Time out, Kelly. Time out. James, when Jeff said, "Why do you keep your wallet in your car?" Is he right or is he wrong?
Oh, he's wrong.
He's right. He's totally right.
No.
You don't keep your wallet in your car, you dummy. What?
I will say it was in his garage that was slightly open on the side with his doors locked. But still, you don't do that.
I don't keep anything in my car.
No,
my car sits on a street across from a $10 million mansion. I don't leave anything in my car.
No, I don't either. Nope, I never do. And
so how much money is he out?
I was going. I didn't even want to tell Jeff that part, but because I knew where it was going. And sure enough, Declan comes over. Jeff's like, "What the F are you doing, leaving stuff in the car? You don't leave stuff in the car. You don't." And it's bad enough. Sometimes they have more of a bucking heads kind of relationship sometimes.
Stepdad, stepson.
Yeah. And Declan's 25. He's not like, 16. So he's got a full-time job, more than that, and whatever. So he had to call the police and try to report it. And when he called the police to say there'd been a break-in, they told him that they don't take this information on weekends, and that he can come in at 7:00 in the morning on Monday, which is interesting because I don't know then, well, what are your priorities on the weekends?
What goes on the weekends?
I don't know. So then there's that. And now we moved like 4 years ago to this house, and we've been renting our other house out to other military people because as soon as we moved out, they needed a place to move. That's just how it works in like military communities. People, oh God, I should know the terminology. It's like, what is it?
Nomadic, transient.
Yeah, they get posted places, and then they have to go some other places, relocated. Yeah,
not vagrant, but yeah.
Yeah, and they pay on time, and they have to, or you can call their supervisors, whatever. And so we had this family that lived there, and then they moved out and they bought their own place like 4 years later, partly because our next door neighbors, who hated us. Remember the ones, some people may remember, who called the police because somebody had put a fish in their mailbox and they thought it was us?
Was it?
No, it wasn't. I would never handle a fish, first off.
It wasn't Declan?
No.
You sure?
Declan would handle a fish.
Okay. All right.
No. But they thought it was our across the way neighbors, the pharmacist and lady who does everything for everyone. But then they called the cops on us because they said that Jeff was talking to her in the backyard, but she was not. Side note, she takes a lot of fentanyl.
Oh,
where she's got a safe built into her closet where she keeps her fentanyl. And how do I know this? Because I used to take care of her because she has lupus, and I used to make her meals, and I used to take her to doctor's appointments. And somehow we just became like the worst people in the world. And she was always calling the POA, the office, the neighborhood group of people that all they do is
HOA.
Oh God.
But even though you did all this stuff for her, even though you like made her fish and then stuck it in her mailbox and you gave her medicines and all that stuff.
She called the cops on us one day because our dogs were barking as she was making us a chicken pot pie to thank us for helping her out so much.
Oh, fentanyl's a good drug.
She's crazy.
Make you do
she would hear things. She's nuts. So anyway, we're now selling the house. And of course, nosy freaking Pam is going to be over there, into our house and just see, and she'd already walked in there and she's not supposed to. We're not supposed to talk to each other. So many interactions with the police officers.
You've got so many problems with people. I have no problem. James, do you have any problems with people that you're not supposed to talk to?
No, not really.
What are you doing? Just roaming around, getting into fights?
Oh, no. I stopped talking to her as soon as she called the cops the first time. No way. You know how hard it is to see someone that you know in the grocery store and not say hi? Like to have to deliberately go, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything.
I don't know. Maybe you're more friendly than me. That's not a problem for me. I don't talk to anybody in the grocery store. You know what I talk to in the grocery store? You want to know the one conversation I have in the grocery store? I do self-checkout. And every single day, today we were at the grocery store, we were at the Kroger, and I got my kid with me. And I'm like, dude, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. And when I say we're going to make it, what I mean by that is we're going to make it through the entire checkout before the thing goes, please wait for assistance. Oh, no. Step back. James, do you do this? Do you do the self-checkout? I know we've talked about it in the past. I don't remember if you do it.
No, remember, because I know a lot of my PLU numbers now. So when I put bananas on the scale, I just hit 4011.
You show up. Kelly, do you self-checkout?
No, not always. But
I love it.
Love it.
Remember how I told you I was in line behind a woman who was older one time at Kroger, and they went to her, the Kroger employee went to her and said, it's faster in the self-checkout. And she said, I do not work here.
That's Emil. That's what Emil says. That's why Emil refuses to do the self-checkout. It's not because he's old. It's not because he doesn't want. You know what? Emil is like, he really is easily, and I say this easily in two regards. He is without doubt and the easily coolest person. And by easily, I just mean like, yeah, man, whatever. It's cool.
Yeah,
everything about him is like really cool and totally easy. And it's natural. You would think like it took me about 2 years to realize that he really isn't a douchebag. He really is just naturally cool. He will not do the self-checkout, and I am convinced it's because there will be a moment where he doesn't know what he's doing, and there's going to be people around him, and there's going to be a line, and he's going to feel uncool, and he is not willing to risk that. Not in public, not at the Kroger. But I made it through all of my stuff until the last two items, and we were feeling it. Me and my boy were like, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. And we got to one of the last things, and it just freezing up, and then the light comes on, and it goes, please wait for assistance. And I look back at the line, and I went, because there's like 10 people behind me. I look back at the line and I go, I thought I was going to make it. And you just see the faces on everybody waiting in line and they're all like, because there's only like one person. And it happens every time. I'm like really good at self-checkout now. And every time, at least once. And by the way, if it's going off because it thinks there's something amiss about the way that I've been doing my thing, right? The weight, it doesn't match with what I've scanned or whatever. That's why it stops. Just hold on. 100% of the time, the person just comes over with their little badge and goes, whoop, and start. They never look at my shit. They never see if I stole anything. So because I feel like that's an accusatory thing. It goes, yes, it's like they're accusing me of not doing this properly and trying to steal something. But then the person that is in charge of coming over to make sure it's all on the up and up doesn't give a shit. They're just like,
would you? I wouldn't.
No, of course not.
Yes, I'm not a detective.
Okay. I keep hearing loud banging noises.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just
What are you doing?
I'm streaming. Go back in your room. Go back in your room. What are you? Go back in your hole. Get back in your hole.
Get in your kennel.
Yeah. I'm interrupting. You know what he's doing? He's watching other people stream on YouTube. So I'm interrupting.
Not us. Yeah.
Our stream is interrupting his stream. All right, let's do a monologue.
Well, wait. We had an open house.
Oh, okay.
And the realtor called to tell us how the open house went. And she said, yeah, but it was weird because this couple came by and they came in and they were looking around. And then when they left, they were telling the other people that were coming in not to buy this house.
What?
Yeah.
What, did they just want an abandoned home next door to them?
Dicks, man.
Because they hate us so much. There's like an expression like, he hates me more than he loves our kids. He hates us more. They hate us more than they want to have renters live next to them. Come on. But Jeff is like, what do we do about this? Can we file a police report? I'm like, well, I haven't really damaged us. But it's like, I've got
civil
a little
suit. That's civil. That's got civil suit all over it. Kelly, that's a civil suit. You get a lawyer, you can get a civil suit against them. They can't interfere in your.
It's easy to get a lawyer and start a civil suit.
James, right? I mean, it's not illegal, I don't think, but you could definitely file civil charges. You can sue them for something.
No, because you would have to prove malicious intent. It's not. It's not going anywhere.
I bet you there's a lawyer with a billboard down there in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
You'd love to take a crack at it. Yeah, or a park bench. That's true. Vane says, I had a lady ask me at the grocery store if I scanned my eggs at the self-checkout. I said, yes. She then said, can I see your receipt?
Oh, no.
I showed it, and it was there, and all paid. Really? I look like a thief? Yeah, well, I don't necessarily. I've never had that. Have you ever had?
No, Vane's point is valid because eggs are $1.89 for a dozen. So what the hell? If I'm going to steal anything out of the store, it's going to be like the biggest, bulkiest, most breakable, cheapest thing? No. That's like stealing ramen noodles. Who the hell would do that? I'm going to go to jail for eggs, bro?
Milk. It's now over $4 a gallon.
Yeah, and eggs are now $3. I was going to buy eggs today because sometimes eggs will be down to like $1.29 for 18 at Kroger. I love that when it gets down to $1, then I'll buy 18 eggs. Today it was like up over $3. I'm like, what the fancy chickens? What's going on? Why
do you want to complain? And I keep saying, well, I didn't have to wake up this morning ditching bombs. So
what? But why do eggs and milk? Why do they fluctuate so much? I mean, I don't understand.
I don't know.
Oh, because you can't smooth it out by storing them for long periods of time, like you can Lucky Charms.
So if there's a down cycle with people buying eggs or milk, then a lot of it goes bad. So they have to make that up by raising the prices on the next cycle.
No. They intentionally try and produce less than the market wants, so they don't saturate the market. So it's easier to miss a few sales with higher price eggs than it is to flood the market with cheaper eggs.
They started this 6 months ago.
I don't know. I have no idea if that's true, but it sounds good. It sounds. I'm going with it.
What am I going to do about it?
Sounds perfect to me. All right, let's do James's monologue here because he puts a lot of work in stealing this from another guy.
Can I have the floor, please? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Hold on, Kelly. Here, sorry. James demands. Okay. Here. Okay. James demands.
Solo camera.
The big stage for his monologue.
It looks better.
Oh, he's such a prima donna. I swear to God.
All grown up.
Do it all like this.
Nope. Okay, hold on. Where are we? Are you ready, James?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm ready.
All right, please welcome to the Comfort Nest Lounge high atop the 1%er guest house here in beautiful, sunny downtown Midnight Highland Park, Texas. He is the man of 1,000 faces, jokes, comedy sensation known the world around, James Malachi Parker.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Good crowd. All right. Hey, so it's official today. Recreational marijuana is now legal in New Jersey. Cannabis has been linked to depression, but so is New Jersey. So
same joke as last week. Move on.
Shut up. According to the National Enquirer, Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard was grossed out by his halitosis. She told her friends that his breath stank worse than his pillow. Because she doo-dooed on it, Kelly. Did you see that?
I know.
Amber Heard pooped on the bed.
Madonna has put her, she got a big estate in Hidden Hills. It's on the market for $26 million. She had to come down on the price, though, because the place has that old person smell. Because she's like 100.
She's like my age.
Dude, she's like 10 years older than you.
Okay, yeah, she is. Thank you.
In Florida, a naked man was high on meth and got himself arrested after he ran around a Dollar General store trying to escape a dog that only he could see. And that must have been some really good meth.
Yeah, sorry, that was the joke. You didn't have to explain the meth. You already established the meth. Sorry, I jumped the punchline.
I'm just complimenting the meth, It's not that stepped on trucker crank your mom
Florida
gets me.
meth.
Yeah. Today is Lingerie Day. It's a very important holiday here in the Parker household. According to a new study, 80% of women wear the wrong size bra. The other 20% have the wrong size boobs.
Come on, folks.
They can't all be good now, can they? Today is also, it's another important holiday. This is DNA Day. Did you put up your tree, Pugs?
I did.
According to a new study, your susceptibility to obesity is based on your DNA. So to answer the age-old question, yes, your genes do make you look fat. Somebody answer your goddamn phone.
Hold on.
Okay.
James. Hello? Oh, all right, never mind. James, that was a political call from the Cook County Board of Elections. So
did they have your vote? Yeah.
I wanted to answer it on the phone. It's a political call, Cook County. All right, continue.
Happy birthday! Birthdays today. Michael Lohan, the father of Lindsay Lohan, and he released a song. He kind of did the John Hinckley thing where he wrote a song for his daughter Lindsay. It's called "I Know I've Made Mistakes, but I need $300." All right. And finally, happy birthday also to Barbara Streisand, who turns 80. Actually, yesterday she turned 80. In a recent interview, though, it's kind of mean. She said she looks in the mirror and she sees an old, ugly woman. But the good news is her eyesight's fine. It's just perfect.
Bashing on women's appearances.
What's that, Kelly?
There's so much bashing on women's appearances.
Oh my God! You don't want to hear my topic for the day, then?
Oh my God! Oh well, we were okay. Well, all right, that's fine. We had some. We'll jump right in. We'll let James take the floor, but we do have something that we want to go through. There was some bombshell audio in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case today. Johnny Depp took the stage. Why is that what you got?
No. You do that first because y'all are gonna hate me after I do mine.
No, are you sure?
Save that to the end. Yeah. Well, are you sure?
Well,
I'm not sure.
Now I want James to go first. It's 9:23. We got time. Well, go ahead, James. The floor is yours.
Oh my God!
Here comes James.
Put it in the trifold over here. I don't need the floor for this one.
This is not one you want to be a part
No.
of.
All right. So Lizzo has a TV show.
Yeah. Let's hear it for the big girls.
Yeah. Watch out for the big girls. Yeah. Watch out for your pantry. But all right. So the thing, first off, this is really, really hard for me because I like Lizzo. I love her music.
I can tell.
She didn't testify today.
No.
No, we're talking about, he is introducing his own topic that he would like to spread out.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to the Amber Heard Johnny Depp audio breakdown.
Like, I missed that part.
Okay, so she's from Texas. I'm a fan of her music. I like the beats. I like how she has a great voice. I like her lyrics. I like her content of her songs. Like, everything's great. If it wasn't for all the cussing, I would like for my kids to listen to it. The things that bothers me about Lizzo is she has taken this sort of body positivity and just run it like the Kool-Aid man through a brick wall, because body positivity started to be like, hey, you shouldn't just shame people because they happen to be obese. But she has taken it to this new level, and I don't know if she's like in charge of this whole style that she's going into, or her handlers just have really bad taste. But this has turned into being 120 pounds overweight is cool. No, it's not. It doesn't make you a bad person, but you're not you're not beautiful. You shouldn't be running around in your drawers, and you're embarrassing yourself, and you're not a good role model for kids. And that's not a good look. And look, I'm not bashing overweight people. I'm overweight.
Really?
Pugs is overweight.
What part of that wasn't bashing overweight people?
Because I just want to be just want to be specific.
No.
It's not people who are overweight. It's people who are 120 pounds overweight. Lizzo at her biggest was 320 pounds.
She's unhealthy.
Well, we're all unhealthy. Shit, I'm unhealthy. You're unhealthy, except Kelly's healthy, but she works out.
I've become
cheats.
more unhealthy since I'm not allowed to go to the
Hey,
gym.
I'm working hard at being healthy. I'm doing my 3 miles a day. I'm down 10 pounds. Eating.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Right. So she has this show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, and she has a dance crew that goes on tour with her, and of course they're all big girls. And that's fine. There's a place in the world, some people like fat folks, and not everyone has to be skinny and beautiful to be a dancer. I get it. But with this show, I see the dancers that she took on tour last time, and they were overweight, but they weren't like much bigger than, what is just normal, right? They're just thick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the girls she's bringing in here, they are like cows. And again, I don't begrudge them for trying to get a dancing job, but don't sit there and say, oh, you're so beautiful. You're fierce. You look so good. You're sexy. No, you're not. Okay. So I thought my big problem with this show was going to be this over-the-top body positivity thing where they think it's great if your blood can be, I don't know, mistaken for high fructose corn syrup or whatever. But that's not the worst part of the show.
What's the worst part of the show besides you being appalled by people's carb intake?
Yeah, well, look, 300 pounds is a cutoff for anyone that's like 5'6", okay? But okay, right.
I don't think you're out of line there.
Thank you. And I can't pretend that's beautiful, but on top of all that, they have one of the girls that's brought in is a trans, and it's a big fat trans dude, and they put him in a leotard and like a Beyonce suit, and they make him twerk, and like he's got the long hair and the makeup, and he looks like a goddamn nightmare. And everyone's sitting around going, oh, she's beautiful, she's fair, she's got it. I had my doubts, but now that I see her move, I'm like, now that I see her move, I want to gouge my eyes out with a spoon. This is all. It's like the emperor has no clothes. It's like, look, I understand not being just mean to someone because they're fat. Sure, everyone agrees with that. Jesus, we're not monsters here. But I cannot sit there and pretend that swamp donkey is beautiful, and it drives me nuts to hear just over and over and over how beautiful this nightmare is. It's awful. This is one of the ugliest displays of humanity possible, and that bothers me more than the body positivity is this trans beast that's on there, and they keep saying she's beautiful. And it's almost like she's beautiful, right? And then whoever they look at, they're like, yeah, she's totally beautiful. Boy, I'm so jealous of her. I'm like, first off, that's a dude. And second of all, she looks hideous.
Okay. Two things before I give the floor to Kelly. First thing, this critique of yours takes on an extra zest when recited with that East Texas accent. It sounds even more tolerant than maybe coming from someone else. Secondly, beauty is absolutely, we've been over this before, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What you define as beauty is not a template for the rest of society. Now, I happen to agree with you. I'm of the generation where a certain body type is what I've been programmed to think is attractive. But we are in a different era, James. I am sorry. Bigger girls with bigger body parts and the big butt that is seen as a sexy thing today by most people, my 12-year-old son included, is something that when I was 15, 16, we just said that girl has a fat ass. That is not something. So times change, cultures change. What you see as hideous or a swamp donkey, I believe, is not necessarily what everybody else says. So just admit that to your point of view, to your programming, beauty is not what's on display during the Lizzo show. And I'll agree with you because it's not for me either.
No, you are going to pull up a YouTube video of this monster and you're going to change your mind. You are going to take you don't have no idea what you're saying. There is such thing as unattractive.
I am not. Yes, there is. Kelly, go ahead.
What's appropriate? Baskin Robbins? Like, where are you going to let her work?
Oh,
well, where am I going to let her work?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll let her work anywhere. I'm just not going to call her beautiful.
Yeah, I think what
People
James is saying is that if she's going to put herself in the public stage, if she's going to be in the spotlight, that she opens herself up for criticism. And if she doesn't meet James's definition of beauty, then she can expect to take some heat from him. And that's what he's giving. He's giving her heat. She's not attracted to he. All right, what is it? Is this the trans person? Notice I am calling the trans person she because it all turns. I try to be respectful, even though you refuse.
No, I called her she.
No, you didn't. You
Well, I said, first of all, that's a dude. Second of all, she looks hideous. I was
totally respectful. What about that wasn't respectful?
Except for full on denial.
I didn't use the wrong pronoun. I said she is a dude. That's a dude, and she looks hideous. There is such thing as ugly. I just want to point that out. Beauty subjective, fine, but ugly subjective too. And how about I'm allowed to call the 310-pound dude in a leotard, scaring the hell out of every kid in the room, ugly?
You are, and that's your
look her up.
Of it.
Look her up.
What am I?
Jayla, look, Ballsy over there in the comments has seen it. Jayla is her name.
What are you guys watching this show for anyway? It looks so stupid.
It's really stupid. I'm on the 3rd episode.
There you go.
But it's because I love Lizzo and I have to fight through these monsters because Lizzo's a very likable person. And Lizzo is one of those people that, if she didn't look like Grimace from the Happy Meal box, she would be beautiful.
Grimace. Oh,
Grimace. Yeah, she has that body type, it's just like a bean bag, like a trash bag full of chili, kind of.
Yeah. Kelly, any thoughts on James's Lizzo take here?
It's tough to comment because I don't think any of the three of us are living up to our full potential.
Certainly not. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sucking up, but you're pretty close. You're pretty close.
No, thank you, but no, not even.
Yeah,
that's kind of an insult.
Yeah.
If Kelly doesn't feel she's anywhere near close, and you're looking at her going, "Yeah, you're about as high on your potential as I can say."
But she works out and eats well and has muscles and.
You're talking about health and physical potential.
Yeah,
I thought you meant just overall life potential.
All right,
I go down in my training because of the stupid brain seizures. Anyway, but I watch a show. Maybe you've heard of it, Real Housewives of New Jersey, where there's one storyline where one of the girls is making fun of her friend for being too fat in her leggings. Well, another one of the friends is in an almost inpatient eating disorder clinic for the fact that she's anorexic. So this is it's good to see because, man, everybody hears about it. But the whole body image thing facing girls and women right now sucks. It sucks. And it's tough to know. People will say, as Pugs or James said, it's unhealthy. It is. But there's so many things that we do that are unhealthy.
Right. But why is her leaning into this is I tend to agree with James on, and I've said this before when the subject of Lizzo came in. There is a glorification of the unhealthy lifestyle that she is leaning into. She isn't now. Granted, there's people out there that work themselves out into it. Well, like I thought you worked yourself into a brain injury, but that turned out not to be true. But there are people who are so obsessed with their body image and fitting what a social definition of a good body is that they end up becoming mental misfits. They ruin their mind. They ruin themselves. They can't look at themselves in the mirror and see a realistic reflection back. But where I agree with James in this thing is that Lizzo telling other heavy, very heavy. She's very heavy. Well, she's just not chubby. She's an obese woman. Is she representing obesity as something aspirational? Is, I think, the problem. And I tend to agree with James as that.
Or can she just be a good singer? That is displaying.
She's definitely a good singer. She's got that nailed.
Right.
But at the same time, she is very wrapped up in this whole, this is who I am, and I am proud of who I am. And it's like, well, you should be proud of who you are, but when you're obese, and look, 52% of people in America are obese. Did you know that? 52% of Americans are technically obese. I'm obese by 1 pound. So, obesity is...
You could starve yourself tomorrow and lose that.
Yeah, but when I went for my health thing last year,
Don't do that.
Oh, well, no, but the doctor told me that's why I'm like crazy about this running stuff. Now, I don't think I'm still technically obese, but the doctor said, okay, so your blood work is good. Okay, so you are obese. And I'm like, what? Wait, what do you mean? Like medically? Like medically? And she goes, yeah, you're 1 pound over into the, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm 6 foot tall. At the time I was 6 foot tall, 251 pounds. And she said 250 at 6 foot is medically obese. And I was like,
Right.
oh my
It's
God.
also not fair because it could be muscle weight.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I've seen
told her.
people who are heavy. You're just too muscular, Pugs. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
It's all these damn muscles. That's the
That is
problem.
definitely the problem. Okay, so we're
Take the Pepsi challenge and pull up Jayla from Watch Out for the Big Girls. Can you do that, or are we going to get copyright flagged?
well, yeah. All right, Jayla, JLA,
Jayla.
JA,
Yeah,
Jayla.
her real name's probably like James or something stupid.
Jayla. What's the name of the show?
Watch Out for the Big Girls, or
God.
brought to you by Golden Corral or something.
Oh my God.
Nothing disrespectful here. All right,
Do
let's
you
see.
guys know any women who aren't on some kind of diet or watching their weight in any way?
All of them are. Every single
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. It
Oh.
sucks.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Oh,
it sucks. I do it too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I feel
do it
like
too.
if you're overweight and you are allowed to audition for this position and you're chosen for this position, you're allowed to do that position.
Oh God.
Unless you want to start telling, people who are overweight or different body images that they can only do certain
Oh. Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah. Kill it with fire is my visceral reaction. Now I can tamp that down and just be like, okay, that's a swamp donkey. But my visceral reaction is almost violent. She's so ugly.
Okay,
What do you mean? She has feelings too.
She's not watching the show, and some people are ugly, okay? There's a spectrum of beautiful people, and on the other end of the spectrum is ugly people. And I'm allowed to say someone's ugly, damn it, and that is ugly.
where we can be mean now, apparently, since 2016. We're allowed. Here's what I would say about her first. Before I would comment on her weight. She is a terrible trans. That's
not passable in the least.
She totally looks like a dude who works at a pizza place in Brooklyn. She doesn't look.
Not in that dress.
Well, not just look at the head.
Hey, I would trust her at a pizza place. I was like, that bitch knows her food for sure.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get it. All right, here's another picture.
Do one of the ones where she's dancing, and so you do that thing where you kind of throw up and then you swallow it real quick.
I can't. I can't find. I don't want to show her. There's no moving. There's no moving ones. Just
Okay.
I just got lucky that was a GIF. There's not a whole. Oh goodness. All right. So here's another one. Oh. Yeah. She just looks like She doesn't. I'm trying to be nice.
It's okay to admit someone's ugly. Why is it illegal or wrong?
I don't say anybody's ugly.
Declare them ugly. You can say that to you find them unattractive, but you can't just project that.
Why? Everyone else can say that she's beautiful. I can say no, she's not.
Okay, that's fine. You can say that, but those people are saying she's beautiful.
Just say.
They're ugly. There's such thing as ugly. We have this word, and it's not an ethereal concept. It exists in the real world, and this is it.
But it is subjective. Ugly is subjective, just like beauty is. There are people that do not find her ugly. You do, and that's fine. And if you are comfortable calling another human being ugly, then that's
I am.
There you go. Then that's.
But there are some things that aren't subjective. You know what else is beautiful?
A lot of things that aren't subjective, like math. Math is not subjective.
Right.
Okay. Whether or not somebody's beautiful or ugly is very subjective.
Yeah, but they at least look. Here's the line. And my line, I have very wide boundaries on what I consider beautiful. And one of them I've decided because I watched this show. One thing you have to do for me to call you beautiful, you have to be able to produce your own insulin. How about that?
Is that a weight thing or a medical thing?
As a type 2 diabetes thing.
I get it. I just didn't know if you wanted them to make
because once you get to 300 pounds, your pancreas implodes and you eat yourself into diabetes.
And you lose a foot. Look, my whole thing about Lizzo, there are, especially among black dudes, black dudes are attracted to heavy-set women. It is just a thing. It's a thing that's been happening for
Not that.
decades.
Are we going to
Oh,
ignore the Kardashians in this whole discussion?
well, they're
Oh,
not-
like that's even the same ballpark as Jayla.
they just have big butts.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah, but you don't expect like Chloe to pull a chuck wagon. Jayla looks like she could. That's probably what she was doing before she got on the show.
Chloe has a whole show about how she had to lose weight to feel pretty. And then she makes other people lose weight to feel pretty.
Oh, I thought it was subjective. So you do have to lose weight to feel pretty, be pretty.
She's trying to meet social expectations of what beauty is. Now that's
Right.
different than whether or not somebody is. Will says the same thing. Beauty is kind of subjective. I mean, I don't know if Will understands what the word subjective means because it doesn't seem James does. Beauty is subjective. He suggests, why do all models look similar? Because that is a normalization of society. Because on the whole, we can all agree that there is a ballpark that most men are attracted to, but that doesn't mean all men are attracted to that. Half the models that you see, you can find, if you get 10 guys together, you'll find at least 3 of them will go, too skinny. They're too skinny. I'm not into that. That happens all the time. But for the most part, yes, there is a, let's say there's a median line that we can all agree, that this is attractive. And then, under most people, you fall under that line. Most people might go, okay, that's not attractive, but it's not an absolute. There are
models have the gift to be lighter because they're lighter in personality.
Yes, it's all the air that's in there.
That's my truth, James. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. Look, the thing is like animal instincts guide you in stupid subjective things like this, and there is no like through million years of human evolution, no one said, hey, let me pick the mate that's not going to last to age 50. No one says it. That's not like a positive trait that anybody can pull out. You can say like a thick girl is better than a skinny girl because, she'll last through a famine or feed my kids better. Or you can say the skinny girl's better because she uses less calories, but nobody wants the cow. Nobody wants
the same standard of beauty like for thousands of years. It's changed.
It hasn't. This current, the one that you are tethered to, the standard of beauty, has only been around since the 1960s. Have you ever seen bombshells from the 1940s and 50s? They were like size 16s.
I know, they look like my wife. They look like literally the lady I'm married to. My wife has the body of Marilyn Monroe.
And then go back
Christina Hendricks, actually.
Go back even further, big, large women that were obese in size, certainly by today's medical standards, were considered the best for marrying. That's who they were lusting after. The big childbirthing hips, that was a thing.
Yeah, because if you just fell off the boat from the potato famine, you'd be like, this bitch has food. I love her.
One of my ancestors.
Mine too.
Yeah. All right.
I remember I have a Quinn.
Well. That's right.
Yeah, all right.
Like an Anthony Quinn, you're half Mexican. That's not. That's,
Hey,
Mexican.
So are we done making me the bad guy here?
Well, no, because I don't.
I challenge you to watch some YouTube videos of this beast attempting to dance, and then the thing that will drive you nuts is when everyone stands around and talks about how beautiful she is. It makes me want to flip over the table.
James, I am not going to watch that show because I have been programmed to be attracted to a standardized version of what is attractive. Now, that would mean that you and I probably have the same thing. The difference between you and I is that I recognize that just because that's what I find attractive, that doesn't look, there are gay dudes out there who find other dudes attractive. And I would go, that's an ugly dude. And then they'd be lusting after him. Oh, that dude's hot. See, I mean, people like
They don't find 310-pound dudes attractive.
Yeah, they do.
Chubby chasers, dude. Have you never heard?
Okay, it's a fetish. A normal gay wads do not find 310-pound dudes attractive.
Yes, they do.
I don't know.
Well, maybe like the big beefy.
James, I was very popular with the gays. Just so that you know, we had a very nice gay following here in town, and I was constantly being propositioned.
You were never 310 pounds, and you fit perfectly into the model of a bear, and you're hyper masculine, which is a rarity in the gay community. So
I am a bear. All right, let's get it. Thank you, James, for taking us down that road. I do not fully disagree with you. I just think that you need to open up a dictionary and learn what subjective means, because you seem to be going round and round with me on this. And, there is a definition for the word, and that is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's not something that was
He is
just
a little defensive over.
Everyone's lying. Everyone. This is an emperor has no clothes. No one thinks that that's attractive. No one on that show thinks that attractive. No one. This comes in the room. They go, "Ooh, she's beautiful." No one. Not one person has ever honestly said that about this person, about Jayla.
She thinks she's attractive.
She doesn't. She probably she hated herself so much she cut off her ding dong.
You know what, Amy? No, not Amy. I'm sorry. I'm reading Wilson. To Bob, said Amy Schumer. James, do you think that? All right, this is the last question. Do you think, and Kelly, this is for you as well. Do you think that Lizzo looks at herself in the mirror and sincerely says, "Oh my God, I am gorgeous. I am exactly where I am, where I need to be"? Or do you think she's just being arrogantly defiant? That, she doesn't want to do the work to lose the weight and she's just accepting who she is and now she's just shoving it in everybody's face. I mean, which do you think is the reality, Kelly?
I think it's the latter. But then again, I think you'd be hard pressed to find 10% of women who look in the mirror and go, "I'm good looking."
Well, right. Yeah, I think that there are a lot of, but in the case of, we're talking about an extreme, in the case of Lizzo, and this is where I have the problem because I happen to agree with you. I think that she doesn't truly believe that she's beautiful. I think she's just being defiant and confident and, like, this is who I am and you be you. Now, where my concern comes in is she's projecting that now to a bunch of girls who think that maybe that's okay because their hero Lizzo doesn't worry about her, food intake or calories or getting really heavy. And I mean, are we in any danger of this becoming a thing? Now, James says no, because all guys find that unattractive, according to him. And maybe the market will right itself, right, James?
Well, no, there is a little bit of concern about the influence she has on younger people because right now there's a bunch of little chunky girls who are just looking for an affirmation of their unhealthy lifestyle, and they're not going to better themselves. They're not going to get closer to their full potential because they've been fed this bad advice as if this is good. Look, Kelly is skinny and attractive because she works hard at it. It doesn't just happen. And so these big girls would like to be called attractive, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to watch what they eat. They don't want to exercise. They don't want to be healthy, but they want to get credit for being healthy. That's not how it works. That's not how anything works in this life. And that's a horrible message to send out. And it's a lie. And it's kind of offensive.
Okay, let me ask you two a question because you both have kids just like I do. Now, my son's mother is a health and fitness freak. Like my son, the only bad food that my son has ever had in his 12 years has come from me when he's been with me. Do you guys? I was out. Okay, so I went for a run. I was going by Lakeside Park over there of Turtle Creek. So I was running through Lakeside Park, and this was last weekend. And I saw this family where they were having a picnic, and there was a kid, probably 10 years old, maybe, I don't know, morbidly obese kid. And the entire family, the mom was morbidly obese. The dad was just like everybody hanging out was. This kid, this 10-year-old kid was just walking around with a fully leaded, by that I mean, non-diet, full 2-liter bottle of Pepsi, just chugging it, just walking around chugging it. And I'm jogging and I'm like, my kid has never had regular Pepsi. He doesn't know what regular soda tastes like. Actually, he does because I let him taste it. And he was like, "Oh my God, this is sweet." And my kid is 12 years old. So, I mean, has your kid, you've got 2 kids under 10. Have they ever had real Coca-Cola full?
They have before, but I'd say 90% of the time, it's all diet sodas.
Yeah, or zero.
Like
Zero.
At friends' houses. I'm not going to be like the weirdo mom, like, you have to bring your own soda over there. Not like, I'm not
no. James, how about you? You've got like 10 kids. I mean, do your kids like regularly drink normal soda? And I call it normal because I used to drink like an 8-pack a day. When I was 10 years old, we didn't know diet sodas. We didn't have we had Tab and Diet Right, and they were
soda. My mom didn't buy a soda.
Yeah. How about you, James? Do your kids drink regular soda?
Not on the normal. Like right now, there is a purple Fanta that's in my refrigerator, half drank, because the kid never had a purple soda. And they didn't have like a zero or a diet version of purple Fanta. So it was the youngest one, and I let her get it because she's skinny and 6 years old. So it's not really that big of a deal. But my older kids know that if they're going to get a soda, it needs to be like a diet or a zero. Yeah. Or, you can get something else like a water. But fruit juice and regular sodas are kind of out.
My kid will go to like a 7-Eleven or something, and he'll get a Slurpee. And that's probably like the closest thing to, but that a Slurpee is a treat, whereas a soda is something you might have once a day. You might have one soda a day, and it's never going to.
He's always bringing the boys out for slushes.
Who is?
Jeff.
Drives me nuts.
Who doesn't love a slush? Will C says, "You mean the fat kid in the park wasn't beautiful, Pugs? I didn't say he was not beautiful. I simply wondered what kind of parents allow their 10-year-old to just free chug a 2-liter bottle of Coke in the park. It was a big giant bottle of Coke.
Well, a 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke. I don't know, but then a whole argument could be made over, is that even any more healthy?
No, my kid thinks water is the only option. He's just constantly
for the most
drinking
part,
water.
it is your milk.
Yeah, or now he's into these like stupid, oh God, he's got such terrible taste and stuff. I'm looking. There's one around here somewhere. Not Gatorade. Like he loves these like off-brand Gatorades that just all taste like feet.
Undercover Armor or something. Body Armor.
Yeah, like
body armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that drink? What's that drink you got? What kind of? It's like a Gatorade kind of
Monster.
Oh, it's Body Armor.
Body armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
God.
7-year-old likes that.
All right, let's get into
Amber Heard.
Yeah, I want to play these. I want to play some audio because I'd like to get all three of our takes on this. Now, this was day 4, I want to say, of Johnny Depp taking the stand, and boy, oh boy, did they drop. What are you doing? Jump in the shower. Sorry,
Was it the redirect?
No. These were more. This was his attorney offering his comment on more.
Yeah, the redirect then, because I haven't seen the redirect.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they did do Cross. Yeah, they did Cross last week. All right, get in the shower. Okay, so here I wanted to play these for you, and let's listen to these. These are the new. Let's see here. Let me pull up exactly where we need to be.
And by the way, while he's figuring that out, you can Venmo and PayPal down here at the bottom. Pugs.
Yeah, you can support
on Cash
the show. 2 shows daily. Help out in any way you can. Consider it a tip. I am your barista. Thank you, James, for pointing that out. End of the month. We are
getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. End of the month. Okay, so here, let me pull this up. Let's see here. Johnny Depp. All right, so these are 3 pieces of tape. These are more of tapes of Johnny. By the way, Johnny looked great on this. Can I just tell you, the first day that he didn't look like a strip club manager. Yes, he looked really bad. It's one of the big lies that was swatted down today was that in a previous trial, Amber Heard had claimed that for the entire time that they were married, she had worn this cover-up, this makeup cover-up that was concealer. Did you hear about this, Kelly?
It's Milani.
Yeah, it was a concealer that she said she had to use in public whenever she would go out to hide the bruises from the beatings that she took from Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
And today, the people who make that makeup put out a TikTok saying, we didn't even release that brand until a year after you were divorced, Amber.
17. Yep.
So, another bad one for Amber today. All right, now these are recorded. We're going to listen to 3 different cuts. These were played today in court. I'll tell you what, just without further ado, let's just listen. Let me go up to the first one. Takes place 50 seconds. Here we go. Let's jump right to it.
That's how I see it.
All right.
Sign the contract.
All right. So here is Amber and Johnny. This is one of their fights.
59 minutes, 54 seconds.
Okay.
All right, 598C in evidence.
You know, and it builds, right? Like you build, I build, it isn't like at one moment either of us sign a certificate of saying, or like sign the contract or say, okay, now bloodbath. No. So acting as though there's a choice between the two is relevant. I'm not asking you to stay over having a bloodbath. I'm asking you, over walking away. I'm not asking you to have a bloodbath over walking away. I'm asking you to work it out over prolonging it and making it bigger.
Right, but
at least that's how I see it.
Indeed. But if things get heated,
yeah,
and it looks like it's going somewhere nasty, and the name calling begins, and all that stuff, I've got to give away. Because I don't want to be ever in a situation again like that. Never.
Me too. Me too.
Never. So
Me too.
that's don't freak out if we do have a fight and I walk away.
I'm not going to do that. I'm asking you to state when you feel you are also in the interest of working it
I
out.
think it's a good idea for us to take a moment or two, take some time. Take some time to think by ourselves without being, barraged by each other's.
Just a little context. Johnny is trying to convince here that they need to take a break from each other.
Fucking bullshit, whatever's. I just let's take a break from it, and then come back, try and be calm, and walk through the thing. But I'm not gonna stand and fight with you. I will not. You can call me a coward. You can call me anything you want. All those names, do it. But I will not do it again.
Please stop asking. I mean, please, can you stop for the sake of this conversation?
I'm just saying I won't do it again. So.
Okay, so that sets the tone of what this coming fight is all about. James, any thoughts on what you just heard there?
Both of them sound like they're acting. They don't sound like they're having a real discussion. They're like, we know this is being recorded, so I'm going to say calm and measured sentences.
I don't see that. I disagree. That sounds like two people.
That is a guy who's backing his way out the door and trying not to piss off his partner.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear a guy who knows that he's married to a crazy woman and he is trying to end it, and he is afraid of this thing going ape shit because she's not going to handle it well. But I don't mean to dismiss you, James, there, but you said that last time too, and I just don't agree. That sounds very real to me. That sounds like I've been involved in a lot of these kinds of situations. That sounds like Johnny Depp trying to be calm, trying to not poke the bear, knowing full well that she has a tendency to just fly off the handle.
Yeah, what we need to do is maybe take a break. Then we can come back together and talk about what we've learned. But I think we need to take a break for a little bit. It'll be good for both of us.
She, however, she does not want to take a break.
He said no.
Yeah, she see what we are starting to see here now is that the divorce was not mutual. Johnny was leaving her, and she was not taking that well. And every time that he would seem more and more like he was an immovable force as far as this position he's taken, that the marriage is over, that's when she would go crazy and start screaming. It's like the realization that it was over, she couldn't process. And that's where most of these big fights started. So
screaming and hitting him.
Yes, she cut the tip of his finger off, threw a bottle at his face. Now, here, let's listen to this next one. This is they're starting to ramp up a little bit more. Same conversation. This is just a little bit later.
Okay, great. Then let's take our space and let's not do this anymore.
He's getting frustrated.
And I'm really, really, really sick of this argument.
Stop. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me go and you go, and I'll speak to you in a couple hours. Okay? Okay?
Stop. Okay.
Why are you saying stop?
May
I go?
Please, it causes me so much stress when you walk away
Here we
from
go.
me. But that is like you don't understand how much worse you're making this.
I can't believe this.
Please, you're making it worse for me.
Okay, I'm sorry for you.
Please, I'm only trying to tell you so that you know you're causing me immense stress right now when you walk away like that. There's no reason to be mad.
Well, then say goodbye. I haven't walked away. You're not saying goodbye. You won't let me fucking leave. Let me
Oh my
leave.
God. Stop rushing me! Stop pushing me in the corner and then poking me with a stick and then saying, why are you saying the words you want me to say? Stop poking me! Stop rushing me! Stop throwing me against the wall and going, what? You don't like that wall? You don't like the fucking wall? Stop pushing me!
By the way, it should be pointed out that those accusations in this moment of stop poking me, stop pushing me, it was explained later in court that she was using those terms metaphorically. Like
I got that.
Yeah, okay. Just because some people might hear that and think because we're not
He's
seeing
poking
it,
her.
Yeah, maybe he's poking her. What she's saying is she's believing that his calm approach to this whole situation is poking her, is making her start to go a little bit crazy, and she's about to go off. She's about to lose.
Poking him.
Like, he understands she's a time bomb, you know? So he's trying to remain calm, but he's becoming more and more frustrated with her.
I'm not pushing you. I'm rushing you. I said, I need space. I don't want this conversation anymore right now. I need space. And I will take my space, whether you like it or not. I will take it. And you will take your space. But if you keep halting
I'm not doing anything
this
to you.
and continuing
I'm
with
not
the rhetoric,
continuing it. I'm begging you to stop.
I don't. Okay, stop.
Just
I'm stopped. Stop. Now I have to go. Okay? So we will speak to each other in a couple of hours. Okay? I'll give some kind of revelation that makes you feel better. You know, I hope I do too. But we'll just see when I get home. We'll just talk, or we won't talk, or we'll finish this, or we won't finish it. But this is not love. This is not happiness. This is not.
Please stop doing this. Please, you're causing so much fucking stress. I'm gonna die at this age. I'm gonna fucking die. You're causing me so much stress. Please stop. Please, I feel like I have a heart attack almost every day. Please stop. Please
then
stop doing it. Please stop. He's so fucking mean.
Why
You're
are
a
you
fucking
with me?
bully. Stop. Please stop. I've been begging you not to fight. I just said, can we please have a normal argument? Just even a normal conversation, fucking normal argument. And for the last hour, I've been begging you to please just leave it at that. Let's just go on with our night. I would have been able to come in with you. We would have been able to let it go in a few minutes. It would have been fine. It would just, if we allowed ourselves to have fucking normal arguments. Please, you're killing me with this. You're killing me. You're fucking killing me. Fuck.
Sean, could you, please, I want you to just go. I want you to take your medicine or whatever. I'm sorry that I've upset you
Yeah,
this much.
Thank you, Sean. I'm ready to go. Thank you so much.
I'm really.
This is all going on in front of Sean. I don't know who Sean is, but Sean is like,
bodyguards.
boy, the assistants in Hollywood, the things they see, you know, the things that they
With
are.
everything, yeah.
Oh, all right. So what? She is upset because he will not fight with her. That's basically what I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
He's looking to walk away. He's like, look, I don't want to do this right now. I'm gonna go. You stay here. And she's even begging him, please have a normal argument. She is a fight junkie. You know, there are certain people who are in relation. They're filled with passion, and they just I might be one of them who just enjoys the argument. James, thoughts on what you're hearing there?
I have a feeling this is an escalation. This is on the way up. This is about to get worse. I can sense that he's trying to go away, and the reason why he's not going away is because she keeps inching it up. And so in order to keep him from not going away, she's going to have to continue inching it up to an absurd level.
She's saying, you're killing me. You're killing me. How does that correspond with what happened with his mom when his dad left?
Oh, so you're saying that she's
She
playing
tried to
some
kill herself.
psychological games. Yeah. And also she's claiming she's having a heart attack. She said, I have chest pains every day. I think I'm having a heart attack. I mean, he is an A-list huge star. Being married to him put Amber in the room with a lot of people that D-list, C-list actress Amber Heard never had access to. You know what I mean? She married up in this whole situation. This isn't an equal marriage. It's not Johnny Depp married Julia Roberts. You know what I mean? This is Johnny Depp married Amber Heard, who I honestly can't even name a movie that she's been in.
Aquaman.
That's it. And that's only recently. And she got that because the whole world felt bad for her because Johnny Depp beat her up. You know, when he lost.
Isn't she in Rum Diaries? Isn't that how they met?
Yeah, with him. Yeah. He put her in a bunch of things. All right. So now here's the last one. Now, this is the bombshell that came out because in this tape, what we're going to hear here is we're going to hear Johnny start to talk. This one's over the phone now. This one, they're on the phone, and I believe that only Johnny knows that this is being recorded. I don't believe that Amber knows this is being recorded, because she says something that suggests as much. Johnny runs down all of the things that she has done to him abuse-wise, and she basically says him, "Oh, go ahead, tough guy. Go tell the world that I abused you. Let's see who believes you. Let's see you tell that to a jury." Which is exactly what's happening right now. And we're hearing her say that no one will believe you. Now, in this age of, believe the woman, how many times has a woman felt that way when a guy has said, "Oh, nobody's going to believe that I hit you"? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is
I know what you mean.
crazy mental gymnastics going on here. All right. So, so this is the last piece of audio. This is the bombshell from today. And, all right.
Man, everybody, I know that's...
Sustain the objection. Next question.
Finally, I'd like to play a portion from Plaintiff's Exhibit 357, specifically the portions at 18
It's just like an Amish schoolgirl.
Through 21 minutes, 46 seconds.
357 is another one. Heard.
Minutes.
Stop.
Oh, here we go.
All right, 357A in evidence.
It's been going on too long, Amber. Hey, we just gotta stop this. Just gotta stop it.
I don't know how to get my reputation back.
We write a letter together.
That means
Saying that we're gonna take this out of the public eye. Saying that we're gonna try and work this out on our own. Saying that the media has created such a fucking hateful storm that it's sickening, that we love each other, and that we want to make sure each other is okay. Have we had fights in the past? Have we had this or whatever? Fuck it, they already know all that shit, don't matter. Here's the deal.
no, it matters. It makes you have no idea. Every ounce of my credibility has been taken from. And done so in a dishonest way.
Amber, the abuse thing is we've got to deal with that. Yeah.
So what he's saying is that, you accusing me of abuse, we've got to deal with that. She's claiming it's her reputation that has suffered. Meanwhile, this is after he's lost Pirates of the Caribbean. This is him saying, all right, this has gone far enough. My career is in the shitter because you're telling everybody that I'm beating you up. So that's what this conversation's about.
Amber, the abuse thing is we've got to deal with that. Yeah.
She's got to take it back.
I don't have any way of my credit is my credibility. You know what?
Why did you?
She doesn't want to take back the abuse allegations because she's afraid it's going to hurt her credibility. Are you
my statements there?
Are you picking up on that?
Yes.
She wrongfully accused him of beating her, and now he's saying, look, we're going to end this. We're going to settle it. I'm going to give you the money you want. We've got to write a letter together, and we've got to deal with the abuse. And she's like, but I can't. My credibility.
Yeah.
You put that out there. We've got to deal with that,
Amber. I don't have
Amber.
any way of my credit is my credibility. You know what?
Why did you put that out there?
I did not. You forced me. Your team forced me to by going on the.
I did not put it out there. You forced me.
Yeah. Because your team often would do that.
Why did you make me hit you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I didn't falsely accuse you of abusing me. Why?
Your team made me falsely accuse you.
Oh my God, this is bad for her.
I didn't force you to.
Beginning. I promise. Look up the timelines to these things. Everything is. Forget it. Forget it. You don't believe what I say. You don't believe what I say. But I did not choose this. Every step of the way has been an offense.
I did not put this anywhere. I didn't. Let me talk to the fucking team.
I did not call the cops. I I made no statement.
Io called the
I did not
cops.
call the cops.
You told Io to call the cops.
I did not call the cops, and I did not give them any statement when they came. I've been trying to protect you.
You told Io to call the cops.
When? While it was happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident. And I told you that. I said, oh my God, I thought the first time.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on. She cut his finger off.
Yeah.
Put cigarettes out on his face. Oh.
I had a can of mineral spirits thrown in my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
I know it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's for fair fight my ass.
Exactly, because you're.
Look at right there. She realizes that was not a good. Do you see that picture of her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right there. She realizes that was not a good piece of tape of her saying, "Go ahead, Johnny. Tell the world that you're abused. See who believes you." See?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, guys, James, your thoughts on?
I'm just shocked that she says this knowing she's being recorded.
Well,
No, she doesn't know that one.
No.
That was the phone conversation. She did not know that she was recording.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they told each other. Then there was the one time with the kitchen and the coffee cup where she kept trying to block the camera with her cup so he wouldn't see it, but he saw it anyway. And then there were times where they had consent, where they both knew each other was recording.
Okay.
That's why there's all these arguments over, like, when was the date? Has this been admitted? No. What's the word? What is it called?
Admissible.
Admissible. Yes.
There's that plate. There's that dented steel plate in your head.
No, but if you're gonna watch, though, I have to recommend watch Emily D. Baker's stream of it, because she's a lawyer.
Yeah, what does she say?
She's on YouTube, and she makes it easier to understand and correlate back to, because they said this, then this allows this to be opened. And it keeps it moving, because otherwise I would have died over that cross-examination yesterday. Oh my God.
Al says in the chat room, are either one of them going to be able to regain their relevance as high-quality actors after this trial? First of all, Al, only one of them was a high-quality actor. Amber Heard was not a high-quality actress. And yeah, I think that this trial is doing amazing things for Johnny Depp. You should just see the way it's trending. I mean, Disney is getting the shit kicked out of him right now because of the way that they dropped him from Pirates, the way he's been dropped from Fantastic Beasts. Disney immediately sided with her without any proof other than her just saying it happened, and dropped him from this like $600 billion worldwide franchise. I mean,
he won't do it even for $30 million and a million alpacas.
Yeah, no, he won't know. Even if Disney comes back, and just like Trump won't come back to Twitter, even if Elon Musk lets him. So we'll see if both of these guys stick to the statements that they've made regarding this. So Al, yeah, I think that Johnny Depp is going to go on a victory tour. I think that we're suddenly going to see people. I mean, I know that I did. Look,
He should.
I thought for the past 5 years, James, that Johnny Depp was an asshole, beat up Amber Heard. I really did.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. And now it's like, wow, I guess it really is easy for a woman in the Me Too era. And by the way, I believe that this is a very serious thing. A lot of women are taken advantage of. But also, women lie too. I mean, I've known a number of people who were professional athletes. And one of the big things about being professional athletes is they tell you, these women in the hotels will lie. You need to watch out. So this whole idea that, always believe the woman. No, always hear the woman out. You don't always believe anything coming out of anyone. I mean, you have to weigh the circumstances and look at a whole sort of well-rounded thing. James, close it out. Any final thoughts on this whole thing? Because you've been sort of anti both.
Yeah, I just feel really lucky that I'm in a good marriage where like we don't fight or go through any of this.
You don't
And
fight?
no,
How do you
we don't.
express your love for each other?
Right? How do you love me if you're not throwing crap in my face? Yeah, man, I am just appalled at other people's marriages. Because look, I avoided the whole process as long as I possibly could, but I finally met a broad who's like, well, we don't fight, so I guess we're never going to break up, and that's basically kind of how it stuck. And you people that are in these marriages where y'all throw crap at each other and scream and fight and call the cops and stuff, what are y'all doing? Get out! What do you? Well, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I feel totally lost here because y'all are in like a different world.
It's that easy.
Well, how'd you get in the relationship with Amber Heard to begin with? She's clearly a nut job.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Can't fault you for that one. Yeah. But I mean, just because people have fights in their marriage and then they try and stick it out and work it through and all that. I mean, you're suggesting that the first fight, basically what you're saying, like the first fight that you have, I'm out, marriage is over. I mean, that's just not how it works.
Well, if a woman cuts off my finger, I'm out. I'm like, but you should have investigated this and
bottles. How did she know that it was going to cut the tip of his finger off?
That's kind of fair, but like that's what the dating process is for, and you should weed out the crazy people before you get married. And so like you're in this situation. Oh, it's not just so easy to get out. Yeah, but you like intentionally got yourself into this situation with a crazy person, man or woman.
Byron in the chat room says Johnny's career will be fine, but Amber's has shit the bed.
Yes. Strong, Byron.
Oh, very strong. Okay, on that one, we're going to end it. We're going to call it a show. This has been a Pugs and Kelly reunion show on a Monday. We do this next Monday too, Kelly. Are you invested in this little concept?
Yeah, I am.
And by the way, it's just whatever you want. I mean, we'll do Mondays, but I didn't want to give you too much. But anytime you want to join us, just join us. We have an open door policy. James brought a guest on Thursday. The interesting Rebecca joined us on the show. We've had
who should be back on Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. Very good. Kelly should Kelly just feel free to be a part of this whenever because people like
my number.
No, hold on.
Taking care of kids and puppies.
Time out, guys. I have to yell at my kid. What are you doing? She knocked down What did she knock down? She knocked down the mirror. Okay, just leave her alone. She can't go outside. She's barking at things. Just leave her. All right, we got to wrap the show up. All right, we're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I appreciate what you're doing.
Careful with the mirror. That'll be a mess.
Yeah. He's doing the right thing. You can go ahead. You can leave her. Just leave her out here with me. But you still haven't gotten in the shower.
Oh, it's late.
Yeah, it is. He's got to eat. Oh, God.
Oh, shoot, we're about to get another thunderstorm.
Oh, my goodness. Hey,
$12,000 in generator going to work.
Did James leave? Oh, he just left.
Oh, bye.
He just logged out. James just leaves.
Houdini out of here.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next Monday at least, right?
Okay,
there she goes. There's Kelly. Good to have her back on the show. I'll be back tomorrow at noon for the high noon show. Topics, current events, all that stuff. We do that every day at noon. What else? Yeah, that's it. All right. I appreciate y'all coming by tonight. Also, help out the show if you can. We do this, no sponsorship, no advertisers, 2 shows a day. We take your tips. You can tip any way you want. You can do the Cash App. You can do the Venmo. PayPal is there too, but really, we don't know. We don't really like. Jeff Glenn is the real okay. Jeff Glenn has been put in Facebook jail again, so he's here as a different character. All right. Yeah, I like the shows with Kelly. We'll do more of that. The more comfortable she gets. I don't want to pressure her. I don't want to be like, oh, you won't do the show with us every night. Yeah, can't do that. I mean, she can if she wants, but. Oh, not Jeff Glenn. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were. I'm so confused. Jeff Ballard. Jeff, what'd you do? Jeff, a fine supporter of the show. Thank you, Jeff, for all of your tips over the past few months. We appreciate that. I don't know what Jeff did. I don't know. I guess it's so easy to get thrown into Facebook jail. Yeah, so donate to the show and appreciate you. Like the shows, forward the shows when you see, spread the word, grow the audience. That's all we're trying to do here. 2 shows every day, the noon show, high noon, and then Pillow Talk at 9, all time central, and that's it. I love you guys. There's Jeff Glenn. There he is. It's easier than I think to get thrown in Facebook jail, Jeff Glenn says. All right, bye guys. You're the best. Is understood. Down the road I'll travel, far from the comfort nest. I am on a never-ending quest. I am on a never-ending quest. Jeff Ballard. Oh, you guys are awesome.